Hey guys, so today I'm doing a makeup tutorial. This is my very first makeup tutorial and I'm so excited for you guys to see this. So today I'm doing a sunset type of makeup look, kind of like a coral lip, but it's more of like a pinky coral. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So let's just jump right into it. So I just washed my face. Now I'm going to be using like a little sample of this Clinique Smart Day moisturizer because my face is very dry right now. Okay, so now that I have that all over my face, I'm going to be using the Nivea Men's Original Post Shave Balm. I use this as a primer. Now that I have that applied, I'm going to be using the POREfessional Pro Balm to minimize the appearance of pores. I'm just going to be putting this right here because I get really bad smile lines. So now I'm going to be trying the Smashbox Studio Skin. I got it in a little sample because if you ever want to try new foundations or just try something that you've never tried before, I would just go to your local beauty center like Sephora or Ulta and just get like a little sample. And this usually lasts me for about a week or two, which is the good enough time to know like if you would like it or not. So I'm applying it and little dots everywhere. I'm going to blend. So I'm noticing that it dries really fast, so I'm going to take a little bit more with my beauty blender. Make sure to blend down your neck. As you can see, it really looks like skin. It does not look like, you know, that you're wearing like caked on foundation. So now we're going to be using my all-time favorite concealer ever. It is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have this in the shade Fair Neutral. And I'm just going to be applying this and then I'm going to be applying it right down my nose. Draw like an arrow on your forehead and then a plus sign on your chin. Now I'm going to be taking the pointy side of my beauty blender to blend out all of the concealer. Then I'm going to be using what's left on my beauty blender to prime my eyelids. I'm going to be taking my Real Techniques contour brush. I'm going to be using my Kat Von D palette. And I'm going to be using the banana shade powder at the top middle. And apply this to set my under eyes. Also going to be setting my nose and my forehead. So now that our concealer is set, I'm going to be using my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula.
It smells so good. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's actually pretty strong. It smells like a pina colada. But it comes with this brush, and then it has a mirror in it.
I will be using that same brush that I used to set my concealer, and I will just be putting my brush into it. I will be bronzing up my face. Okay, so now I will be taking back to my Kat Von D contour palette. I will be using the very middle shade with the same brush because this brush works for so many good things. And now I will be using the very last shade. Now this shade might look a little bit scary, it's pretty dark, but I use this to really define my cheekbones. I'll be starting at the very top of my cheekbone, and I will not drag it down like I did with the other one. I will only stop right here. Okay, so. I'll be moving on to nose contour. Now I'm going to be using this angled brush right here. It's very thin and it's angled. It's very good for nose contouring. I'm going to be going back to that Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to be tapping that in. The banana shade from here, and I'll be going straight down in the middle of my nose, and then I'll blend down the nose contour. So now it is time for blush. I'll be using this NYX blush right here. It is called Amber. Same brush. Now I'll be using the NYX Duochromatic Illuminating Powder. Now this was in my collab with Ali, and I'm pretty sure it was in my favorites video. So I'll be taking the same brush. Now I have more brushes, but right now I'm just trying to do a beginner's tutorial for people who don't really have any brushes. They use their hands or they have one brush. So I really recommend this brush because it is for literally everything like I'm trying to show you right now.
I use this Duochromatic illuminating powder to use as a blush topper.
We'll be taking my Becca highlighter. This is the Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. Looks like this.
Can you see that glow? Oh my goodness, girl. It is so good.
I'm going to be taking the same brush, and I'm going to dip it in very softly, just dabbing it on there. I'm going to put it on the highest part of my cheekbone, which would be like right here. Then I'll take it up to the edge of my brow bone. So now I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. I'm going to be using Anastasia Brow Dip in Taupe. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Brow Brush number 7. I'm going to be dipping my brush into the brow dip. Now, once I get done with my eyebrow, I will leave the edge undone and I will take what's left on my brush and I'll flick it up at the very beginning. I'm just gonna skip forward to this because you've already seen my first eyebrow, so you know what this one's gonna look like. So
now I'm going to be putting on Gimme Brow by Benefit. This is in the shade number 1. Because he was number 1. This is really cool. We're just going to brush this through our eyebrows. We're going to brush the front ones up and the rest over.
I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette. Looks like this. It is so pretty. Has every color that you could ever possibly need. So it comes with this brush, which I will be using for this tutorial because it comes with a brush, and for people who don't have brushes, well, here you go, it's a little hookup. So we are going to be taking my transition color in Raw Sienna. This is the best transition color ever. We are going to start right here We're going to dab the color on first. And then we are going to blend, blend, blend. Now we're adding this in our crease, like right in between. See how your eye crease is right here? It'll be like right in there, which it'll get some below and some above, but that is okay. That is what we want. We're going to be taking burnt orange. Alright, so now we're going to be placing this on top of that transition color.
And blend it down a little bit. Also blend it up above a little bit.
We're going to be moving on to Real Gar right here, which is like a very, very true burnt orange. Right in the middle. We're just going to dab it on first. Right in the middle of the lid. Now we're going to be taking red ochre right here, which is like a rusty red color. We're going to be placing that right here, which is still, it's not on the edge at all, and it's not in the middle either. It's in between the middle and the edge. So we're going to be placing that right here. Very last color called Cypress Umber. I'm going to be placing that on the very edge of my eye. We're going to be taking golden ochre and tapping it on the very front corner. Now we're going to be taking the other end of the brush. I'm going to be using tempera and placing that right on my brow bone. I'm also going to be using this side of the brush to do my lower lash line. I'm going to be taking raw sienna and putting it on the lower lash line. Now I'm going to be taking Cypress Umber I'm only applying this to the very, very outer corner, and I'm not blending it up here, I'm only right here. I'm going to be taking golden ochre to blend everything out on the edge. Now I'm going to be taking Vermeer to put on my brow bone as well. And also on my inner corner. Now we're done with the eyeshadow. I'm going to be taking that one brush to dust away all of the fallout. Now I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Mechanical Eyeliner in Ultra Black. I'm just going to be putting this in my waterline. Now I'll be using this same eyeliner and smudging it on my top line. I'm not going to make it any perfect, it's just going to be so it can hide my my fake lashes, the lash line of them. So. Okay, so now I'll be using Deluxe Camera Lashes by Tarte. I'm just going to put a very light coat of this on so that it'll blend. And I'm not going to do the bottom lashes yet because I don't want them touching my skin down here while I'm putting on my lashes. It is the Babies by Ardell. Okay, so now that I have my fake lashes applied, I will be doing my bottom lashes with the same mascara.
Applying Aloha Coconut Chapstick. Take all the mascara off my lips. Mascara with my foundation off my lips. And that that is for a smoother canvas for our lipstick.
I'm going to be using the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip. This one is called Echo Park. You can get these online at colourpop.com for only $5. This is what this one looks like. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.